Hello everyone, and welcome back to one of our cybersecurity videos. My name is Mina, and today we are going to talk about how to change your public IP address automatically every few seconds. You're gonna set up how many seconds, every how many seconds in Kali Linux. So when you are browsing, your location will change as if you are connected to a VPN, and the VPN is changing every amount of time. So let's start. Everything is in our website. That's my website. If you go to cybersecureworld.net, log into or tap on cybersecurity tools, and these are all the tools that I'm talking about and making videos about. You're gonna see here document say automatically change your IP address every 3 seconds. I'm going to do it every 3 seconds just for the sake of this video. You can change the interval as you like, whatever you want. I'm just choosing 3 seconds just to let you see what's going to happen on the screen. You just need Kali Linux, internet connection, Firefox, and sudo access, which is root. These are all the steps that I'm going to show you today, and at the end I've put some documentation that you can read about, like Tor project, the Tornet service that we are going to use, and so on. Now let's minimize this one, jump to the Kali Linux machine. I'll get my notes and let's start. First we need to update and upgrade your system. So if I go here, terminal, I'm going with you now all the steps in the documentation so you can see what's going to happen. So I'm going to upgrade. Shouldn't take much because I just ran it a few minutes ago. Okay, yep, done. Next we're gonna install Tor, and we are not going to use the Tor browser. We're going to use a Firefox browser, but using the Tor network. Okay, and then we will enable the Tor service, and let's see the status, and it's activated. Now we are going to enable Tor control port, so we are going to edit the configuration file and add these 2 lines just anywhere in the documentation or in the file itself. Control X to exit and save it once it's asking you to save. I've already added, so it doesn't ask me to save it right now. Then we'll restart the service and we'll check the status again and just make sure it is active. The service is active, so everything is good right now. Now we are going to install pipx, and I'm not using Python pip because it might break your system, and if this is one of the latest Kali Linux and Python 3 installed on it, when you try to install Tornet service using pip, it will give you an error. It will ask you to install it in a virtual environment, EMV. But I've discovered a pipx is going to do all of that by using pipx itself, so you don't need to write more code or to initialize the environment, activate the environment in Python pip, and then install everything in it, and then exit the environment once you finished. Pipx will do all of that in one line. Now we are going to use pipx to install Tornet. I've already done it, so it's just say pipx is ready to go now, and Tornet is already seems to be installed. I've done this already, so it's just telling me it's already installed. Now I'm gonna add it to the user. Okay, we'll use Turnet AutoFix just to fix anything that is damaged or not installed correctly or not configured correctly. We finished at this step, then we'll jump to Firefox to set up the network itself, the proxy itself. So I'm going open Firefox, go to 3 lines here and then settings, scroll down to the end, network settings, click on settings, and then activate manual proxy configuration, and in SOCKS host use your local host 127.0.0.1, use the port 9050, and make sure it's SOCKS version 5, and make sure proxy DNS when using SOCKS version 5 is checked. Click OK, and we'll just close this one for now, and then we're going to use, let me clear the screen, Turnet. So Turnet -- interval 3, this means every 3 seconds. If you want it more, calculate the time that you want in seconds and just write it here. If you want an hour, put 1 hour in seconds. If you want 1 day, calculate it in seconds and just put it here. -- count or -- count 0 means there is no limit. Keep changing the IP address until it's stopped. If you put, instead of 0, count 10, this means it's going to change the IP address 10 times and stopped. If you put 0, it will continue changing the IP address without any limit. So I'm going to press enter on that one. And this one is telling you configure your browser to use Tor proxy SOCKS with the IP address, local IP address, and the port. Just giving a few seconds. This is the first IP address. 3 seconds and you will have another one. Just take some time, a little bit more to refresh, and then 3 seconds and then it will get another IP address. Now as you can see here, the service is changing your public IP address. Now let's check in Firefox if it's running or not, and it's using Tor network. So if you go to check.torproject.org, it will tell you if this browser is using Tor network. So this browser is configured to use Tor network. Now take a look here. Your IP address appears to be, and this is the IP address, right? I'm going to refresh the page. Press Ctrl R, and as you can see, the IP address changed. Wait a few seconds and then refresh again. This one changed again, and so on. So the browser seems to be detecting your public IP address changing every 3 seconds as we configured in the terminal using Turnet, and it's using Tor network just to be anonymous online. Thank you for watching, and wait for more videos. If you have any comments, ideas, suggestions you want to make a video about, just leave it in the comments, or go to the website and leave it on the suggestion form link. You're gonna find one over there, and we'll take a look at it, and I will make a video soon once we have an idea about it. Thank you for watching, and wait for more videos.